Hello, this is Reverend Evan Sackett here. You know, the other day I saw a young girl who was about 19 years old, and she had dreadlocks, was dressed in hippie-style clothing, and she had a lot of tattoos on her. And I heard her talking to her friend about how she was a bisexual, and how she lived in an apartment with her boyfriend and her girlfriend, and every night they engaged in like an orgy. And this girl was not only not ashamed of what she did, she was proud of it. And this made me think, this is exactly what the Visual Circle Church represents. It represents knowing who and what you are, and not only not being ashamed of it, but being proud of it, regardless of whatever it is that you do. Now, obviously, we don't support engaging in any kind of sexual activity that forces someone. All participants should be willing, but as long as they are, we don't see the harm in engaging in anything. Now, for years, religion and morality have been suppressing sexual liberation. They have been making us think that sex outside of marriage, that sex in general is just nasty, dirty, and wrong. And only in recent years have we come to terms with this and realized that that is not the case. And nothing makes me more happy than to see someone who is proud of their sexual orientation and willing to engage in it freely. And, I mean, it's a very important thing because, I mean, being in love with the world and being aroused by everything is a very important factor in life, because you should be aroused by everything and be ready to engage in whatever sexual activity that pleases you at the time, because the pursuit of pleasure and experience is the ultimate goal of a hedonist, and that's what I am, and that's what a lot of our Visual Circle Church members are. Now, since we support freedom and individuality in every sense of the term, we also have members who are the exact opposite, who do not believe in hedonism, who do not believe in engaging in sexual activity, but nonetheless, we believe in supporting individual rights, and if you do want to do these things, then we support you all the way. And you know what? We are trying to develop a voice for the people who are hedonists. You see, it seems like if a certain opinion has an established support network, it becomes legitimate. Take, for instance, people who are against drugs and alcohol, because there are so many organizations established supporting that idea, it seems legitimate to be against it. But what if there were an organization supporting the use of drug addiction? Or drugs in general, and supporting drug addiction, which that seems a little absurd, but what if there were? Wouldn't it make drug addiction legit, and wouldn't it make it up to the person as to decide whether or not it's right or wrong? And wouldn't it just be a matter of opinion as to whether or not it is right or wrong? And that's what we feel. We are trying to establish a voice for those who feel that they should be able to engage in whatever they want to engage in and not be restrained by law or morality in order to do it. And that's what the Visual Circle Church is. It's an organization that supports a person's decision to the max. And if a person wants to hurt themselves, do something that hurts themselves, so be it. Everything hurts you, whether it be eating fattening foods or drinking coffee. How many Americans wake up every day and drink a cup of coffee? Do they not realize that caffeine is a drug and that caffeine does damage your body just like any other drug would? It is a stimulant, but it's okay to drink coffee, but it's not okay to do other drugs. But all of that aside, the bottom line is be proud of what you are and who you are, regardless, and engage in your sexual activities and what pleases you, and engage in them to the max.